Just hanging
Yes,
out. What's on your mind today?
yes.
Um,
Today we
you got it.
discuss about the
Since
topic
it's
of understanding emotional intelligence, what is and why it matters. Can we start the questions?
oh, for sure. Emotional intelligence is a big one. I'm down. Go
Okay.
ahead. Hit me with your first question.
What is emotional intelligence in simple words?
Basically, it's just, the ability to read the room. It's being able to recognize and handle your own emotions while also picking up on how other people are feeling and reacting to that. Kind of like having a social radar.
Why is emotional intelligence important in daily life?
It's kind of the glue that keeps things from falling apart. If you can't manage your own stress or tell when a friend is actually upset, things just get messy. It makes everything from avoiding dumb arguments to actually connecting with people way easier.
What are the main
You were saying
components of
the
emotional intelligence?
the main right, gotcha. So it's usually broken down into a few things. You got self-awareness, knowing what you're feeling, and self-regulation, which is basically not letting your emotions drive the car. Then there's empathy, reading others, and social skills to actually navigate the conversation.
How does emotional intelligence affect relationships?
It's a game changer. When you've got it, you're not just reacting, you're actually understanding. It means you can handle a conflict without it turning into a huge blow up, and you can support people in a way that actually feels real to them. It just builds way more trust.
Can emotional intelligence help in workplace success? How?
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of the secret sauce. Like someone can be a genius at their job, but if they're a nightmare to work with, they're not going far. Being able to handle a stressed out boss or a difficult client without losing it, that's how you actually move up.
What is the difference between IQ and emotional intelligence? Give me a little bit detail.
So IQ is kind of like your raw processing power. It's
Hmm.
the logic, the math, the you. Sorry, I just kind of trailed off there. Basically, IQ is your book smarts, the logic and the analytical stuff. Emotional intelligence is more about street smarts for the heart. One helps you solve a complex equation, the other helps you navigate a tense dinner party. Both are useful, but they're totally different tools.
How can someone improve their emotional intelligence?
It's definitely a skill you can build. I'd say start with just noticing. Like when you're feeling annoyed, instead of just reacting, stop and ask yourself why. And with other people, try listening more than you talk. Just, you know, really paying attention to the vibe.
Why is self awareness considered important in emotional intelligence?
Because if you don't know what's going on inside your own head, you're basically flying blind. It's kind of like if you don't realize you're actually stressed about something else, you might just snap at someone for no reason. You got to know your own triggers before you can actually manage them.
How does emotional intelligence help in handling stress?
It's all about that gap between the feeling and the reaction. Instead of just spiraling, you can kind of step back and go, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. Once you label it, it loses some of its power over you, and you can actually figure out a way to deal with it.
Can emotional intelligence improve communication skills?
Oh, for sure. It's the difference between just talking and actually communicating. You start picking up on the stuff people aren't saying, the tone, the pauses, and you can adjust how you're coming across so the other person actually feels heard. It just makes the whole thing flow better.
What role does empathy play in emotional intelligence?
Empathy is kind of the heart of the whole thing. It's not just feeling sorry for someone, but actually, stepping into their shoes for a second. Without empathy, you're just analyzing people like a puzzle instead of actually connecting with them.
How do emotionally intelligent people handle conflict?
Ha-
Conflict.
Wait, config. I think we had a little glitch there. You were asking how emotionally intelligent people handle something. What was it? Conflict?
Yes, yes.
Stress? Fill me in. Gotcha. So, with conflict, they usually don't just jump in and start defending themselves. They tend to listen first, like really listen to figure out what's actually bothering the other person. They keep it cool, stay focused on the problem instead of the person, and try to find a way out that doesn't leave everyone feeling miserable.
Can emotional intelligence be learned or is it natural?
Some people are definitely born with a natural knack for it, but it's mostly a muscle you can build. It's kind of like you might have a head start, but anyone can get better at it if they're actually willing to pay attention and put in the work.
How does emotional intelligence impact leadership qualities?
It's basically what separates a boss from a leader. A boss just tells people what to do, but a leader with high EQ knows how to actually motivate their team. They can tell when someone's burnt out or discouraged, and they know how to pivot their approach to get the best out of people without grinding them down.
What are some signs of low emotional intelligence?
Usually, it's the people who constantly say things like, you're just being too sensitive when someone's upset, or they might just totally miss the vibe in a room and keep joking when things are serious. Basically, if someone struggles to take a hint or always seems surprised that people are mad at them, that's a pretty big sign.
What are some signs of low emotional intelligence?
I think we just touched on that, but yeah, basically a lack of self awareness. Like people who constantly blame everyone else for their problems or just totally blind to how their words affect others. If someone is always the victim in every story, that's usually a red flag.
How can emotional intelligence help students in studies and teamwork?
For studies, it's a huge help with the mental game, like not totally crashing when you fail a test and actually bouncing back. And for teamwork, it's everything. It's being the person who can mediate a fight between group members or keep everyone motivated when a project is stressful. Just makes the whole process less of a headache.
Does social media affect emotional intelligence positively or negatively?
Um, Honestly, probably more negatively. It's kind of like we're losing the ability to read real time cues. When you're just texting or scrolling, you don't see the face or hear the tone, so it's way easier to misunderstand people or just lose that empathy muscle. It's a bit of a bubble.
How can parents teach emotional intelligence to children?
I think you meant emotional intelligence, right? Yeah, the best way is just by modeling it. Like, instead of just telling a kid to stop crying, parents can help them name the feeling. I see you're feeling frustrated because the toy broke. It just gives them a vocabulary for their emotions so they don't have to just explode.
What are some real life examples of emotional intelligence?
Think of a coworker who notices you're having a rough day, even though you're acting fine, and just quietly brings you a coffee or asks if you need a hand. Or someone in a heated argument who says, "Hey, they were both getting too worked up. Let's take 10 minutes instead of just screaming." It's those small, mindful pivots.
Okay, how does emotional intelligence help in making better decisions?
It stops you from making heat of the moment choices. When you're really angry or super excited, your brain kind of hijacks your logic. High EQ lets you recognize that feeling, step back, and wait till the dust settles so you don't do something you'll totally regret 10 minutes later.
Okay, thank you for giving the work. We will be come again on the new topic. So that time we will be leave
No
now.
problem.
Okay, very thank you for from your side.